turn off mind sounds, right? Actually, I keep them on because the mind sound in an event will actually trigger me to go, oh, I need to get off this arrow immediately.
Is that the other chat? Are you in the other chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching, I'm going back
You're
and
on
forth
both.
between, yeah.
Oh, hello. Well, we're live. But yeah, I think it's really interesting, like, just seeing the difference in confidence on different songs.
Yep.
Because I think that, like, again, I think Steven and I share a similar, practice strategy. But for me, at least, like, speaking for myself, like, I like to play everything and then just kind of like refine the things I know people are gonna hate.
Yep.
That's kind of just like, that's like the meta at the top, probably. What do you think?
For me, yeah, definitely things people hate, but also cater to my skill set.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas when looking at you as a player, I'm like, okay, if it's very, very tech heavy with crossover and brackets, BSM.
Yeah.
I'm most likely, even if
the
I'm
Holy
good,
Trinity.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity. I most likely am not going to want to protect it against you, but want to practice it enough that I feel confident to play with.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I just go for like foot speed, 20 points, and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah, it's quite interesting, and I think that, like, I said on my stream, like, my goal is to be the person that I feel like Chris Strike is, which is like, before you even play him, you already lost. And like, I love that. Like, I think that that's like where I want to be. Like, if someone's playing me in a tournament, they already think that they're gonna lose before I even do anything. Like, that's like goals. And so whenever I play Paul, whenever I play Chris, whenever I play these incredible players, I'm just like I don't know. Like, Rinker, honestly, like, even though I have beaten Rinker, it's like that's where you want to be as a player if your goal is to be competitive. So
I got my taste of what it's like to maybe beat Rinker.
Yeah.
At Storm earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. But and I get what you mean as well, because it's one thing to be taken as a serious threat, like, oh no, I have to go against them. But to have that mindset with the players, just like, what do I even do against them?
Yeah.
That is such a power play.
It's a power play.
A mental block.
Right. It's really like some art of war shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, stoked about, like, everybody just improving and just getting super good. I love like seeing new people stream, and like, I can't wait for ITL, can't wait for all the, if you don't know, by the way, there is a community website, like we were saying earlier. This is all a community-run game. Like, it's basically maintained by our friend Sujit and among other people. And yeah, you can see more at itc.dance. So check it out. You can download a bunch of stuff. Starter packs.
Starter packs, the game engine we use to run everything, etc.
Yeah. Cool. So next match, dude. We got Zex, Dickey, both very old school players.
Yes. Indigetto got vetoed.
Oh, no.
I've been wanting to see someone play that chart today.
All right, so what do we got?
All right, we have Marble 10, Yosei Fairy 11, and Trombone 10.
Cool.
And if I'm correct, this is the Tachyon version of Yosei Fairy?
Yes. And we're playing this 3 guys, 1 pack song as a warm-up, I guess. Or one of us is. One of us has incorrect settings. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen in this one. So Andrew, or Zexyu on the left, is local to me, Bay Area player, and he's really good. He has his own setup. Plays with Brat, his partner, also a very good player. And I'm looking to see what. Is choosing not to warm up, maybe? Yes, it is warming up.
Looks like they're trying to get. Oh, is Alcaro acting up maybe? They might be trying to play minimally to see what they can get away with and can't get away with as far as form goes.
Makes sense.
Very viable strat for warm-ups.
For sure. Yeah, I just played. Tizza didn't want to warm up for his match earlier, so I just played like Major Ushi on 2P on the right CAD. Felt really good. Felt very sensitive and responsive. Shouts to Kaya for working on the pads.
Yes. Putting in a great amount of effort to get everything up to snuff for the tournament this
If you're just joining, got Demo right now speaking on the mic with my friend.
Viva la no.
And we're waiting for these fine folks to finish their warm-up, and then we got a fun card draw match happening in stage 4 of 9 at Red Note. Winter Groove. We're grooving, and it's winter.
Not much snow though.
Not much snow. It is cold though. Vegas
Yeah.
can get cold, turns out. We got root reducer in the house, reducing all those roots. We got TGUSB. I like to call him Mr. USB.
Mr. USB, I like that. We got the Flash.
Flashitude. You want to say something to your fans?
Sure.
What do you want to say?
Everyone's amazing.
Shout outs to you
I love
guys.
everyone. Use guys. Oh my god.
As we all know, shouts
Right in the nostalgia feels. Holy crap.
shouts to Team Dragon Force.
Yeah, the better team Dragon Force.
IHYD, Dragon Force. I'm definitely forgetting some. I think that's it though, right? That's it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just started touching your phone. Sorry.
Oh no, I don't. We're brothers. We're blood brothers. That's fine. Love telling people that like the way I and probably many of us West Coasters learned about Flash back in the day was him beating my ass at Rocky Mount 8, which I went across country.
You congratulated me before the song even ended. I was like, "What's happening?"
Brother, it was like
It was Determinator, right?
it was like a 90. I had like a 95 to a 98, like not or 99. It was like not even close. No, dude, it was a 12.
It was-
you
I'm
wrecked
almost
me.
positive it
You
was
wrecked me.
Determinator.
It was Blood Rush or Determinator. Dude, get out of here. We got to commentate this
Yeah,
match. Okay. Well, we got an early lead.
Oh, pretty significant.
Really significant. You know, again, we're not effing around at this stage. I think this is where the hardcore players.
And honestly, for this being a tier 4 chart, despite it being as straightforward as it is, because it's so straightforward, you have to stay tight on it, especially at this stage, or else this happens.
Yep. Yeah, and so Dickey on the right, also like started playing ITG when I did, and we played together in LA at Glendale Galleria. So really awesome to see him back in the scene, showing up at a tournament for the first time in years, and crushing. I mean, like having 10, like 11 halfway through the song is crazy. As I jinx him.
Yeah, honestly, as I like to say, Dickey's got
16.
that old school timing kind of ingrained.
Exactly. It helps to restart the game not from zero, like New Game Plus, basically.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to make up the points here. The rest is pretty much eighth notes. And like you said, Dickey does seem pretty dialed in. He's got that OG charm. But then again, you know, Zexyu also a very old school player, you know?
That's true.
It's good. This is like the battle of the OGs, really.
What's the tournament experience like, though? I know Dickey has
Great
one.
question. Yeah, it's a great question. Dickey, Dickey entered a lot back in the day, but hasn't in a long time. I'm less familiar with Zexy's. But yeah, close match. He actually wrote, so we actually know Dickey. This is Dickey's first ITG tournament since 2014.
Literally a decade.
Literally 10 years.
Almost 90-90 exit. Wow.
Really sick.
All right. Next we will have Yosei Ferry, and probably understandably so, a little break going into it. Oh, we might have a little bit of pad arbitration going on here.
No worries, we can fill the space. Guess what? Yosei Ferry is another one of those good DDR bridging charts.
Yes.
So the creator of it, the author of it, actually did a whole pack of these charts where pretty much the main tag is just crossovers.
Yep.
There's maybe like what, jumps?
Some jacks.
Jacks, bursts. So it's like basically stuff you'd see in DDR. So if you go to itgpacks.com, you can download it. It's called Tax Meta Steps. So it's a cool pack. It's like, if that's your thing, if you like DDR-ish charts, basically that pack is just good DDR charts.
Yeah, like they're like a transitionary stage from DDR-esque crossovers into a somewhat mix of DDR and ITG crossovers, so that way when you're making your way into ITG tech, it's a more seamless transition.
Yeah, there's like a lot of really interesting things that like rarely carry over, and some stuff that like, and by stuff I mean movements, like tech. And when we say tech, often we refer to like the style of play that we're streaming right now, in case you don't know. I don't really know what it's short for. Probably technical play would be my guess.
Yeah.
But it's like a tech chart is like a chart that has like, you gotta do stuff. Like you gotta do movements that if you don't, like you're just not gonna get the highest score. There are exceptions to every rule, of course, but crossovers or turns are ones where you have to turn your body 180 degrees, or 90 degrees rather, and they're hard. They require a lot of energy. You gotta do it really quickly. Gotta be athletic, kind of.
Kind of. Need some sort of flexibility.
Core.
Core.
Obliques.
Yep.
Hip flexors.
All of it. Honestly, just a strong core area.
Yeah. We've both not at the same time, but like we've both had plantar fasciitis and sciatica, and like oh my god, it's just like the fucking worst. It's so bad.
Honestly, because of tachyon charts, that inspired me to start going to the gym.
Shout out to Tachyon for helping me get fit. For real.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it Mijirushi or Mejirushi? Definitely one of the more straightforward 10s in the pack. And then Marble also, I would say it's also pretty straightforward. It's not.
This is an interesting one to me. Does this mean they are choosing to change the order of the draw?
Did they? Unsure.
Oh, they were just warming up. That's right.
Cool.
Forgot. Marble is the first.
Well, excuse us.
I've noticed S-Ray versus me stepped a lot recently.
Yeah, right? Okay, this makes a lot more sense. I think we expected it to be a closer match. I was a little surprised Zexyu wasn't like,
That
very
might
close.
be why they were so intense on looking at the pad right before the match.
Got it. That's the hardest part of this chart, is getting those 24th bursts, because it's at 175. Really, really, really fast.
Surprised Dickey kind of nailed it.
Nice, both players, nailing it there. So this is really anyone's game.
Yep, there's still a lot of chart left and a lot of rhythms, etc.
Though the second half is a lot easier. It's actually a lot of just double steps and not so much those bursts.
It does have a set of the bursts at the very
You're
end.
right. Yeah.
And honestly, if you're caught catching up or catching your breath, that's very easy to get excellent to reverse.
Right. Man, I've been noticing that so much. Like, if you're like a up and coming player, if you're a developing player, like trying to get good, don't give up on easy parts. Like, try your hardest on easy parts.
Honestly,
because you do not want to mess up there.
Yeah, and oftentimes that's when people tend to screen peek and actually mess up.
I've done that. I've done that.
If you're a screen peeker and you've ever done that, like, try to lessen that. I know it's really hard.
So hard. Well, it was a smaller margin than the warm-up, which is really cool to see. There's those bursts you talked about. There is actually one more, right? There's a cross. Does it end on a crossover?
Oh, right into the end. There's a burst. No, into the.
Okay, no, it ends on that. Okay, cool. Well, GG's to Dickey for taking that one.
Yeah, GG's.
Just by 1% or so. Minus 420 mean. We'd love to see that.
Both players FECing this song too.
Pretty good.
That's pretty impressive given the 24 at 775.
A lot of 24s.
Yeah. All right, so that'll do it for song 1. Gonna go into Yosei Ferry next.
So yeah, look out for, I don't know. I don't do the second half of crossovers at all. But you can if that's what makes you happy, I guess. It's a lot.
It's one of those BPMs that if you're comfortable with double stepping crossovers, it's not too bad. But if you have any sort of hesitation, you probably will mess up there.
Yeah. Big time.
Kind of curious what the players would cheat versus not cheating.
Yeah, me too. I think like I would expect at this level for people to like double step everything. Because I feel like, and you're more than welcome to disagree with me. I think only when you're like trying to like podium will you like actually learn like what tech to do versus cheat.
I agree with
Do you agree with that? Or like top 8. Let's say top 8.
Yeah.
It's not like a every player cares kind of thing.
I had this conversation with Higgy actually.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like a fundamental like mindset.
I agree. Yeah. Like it's like any game. You min maxing.
Yep.
You just min maxing.
Usually I'm of the mindset, do whatever feels most comfortable and it's going to get you the best time consistently.
Like right there, yeah, I totally agree with you there. I completely agree with you there. That's like a fundamental way of attacking the game. There's a crossover where you end up facing right, and then there's a corner jump. Like, I think a lot of players would, at this point, probably bracket that. But really what the author, what Tac wants you to do is jump facing right. But down the pad, right? Like jump down the pad. It's really interesting.
Alright, maybe gonna commentators curse this, but Dickey keeping quick combos.
Absolutely wrecking. And yeah, we're a little far away from the players, so I'm gonna take a peek at the form. And like, honestly, they're both doing it. So, you know, I'm happy to say my bad, I'm wrong. Because they're definitely doing it. Well, some of it. They did that. That's sick. But yeah, like, oh my god. Dickey's keeping this. This is wow.
some bursts here, and he's got the quad. No, brother.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, what a play though. Come on, dude. 36-2. That is some top tier shit, dude. Let's go.
Congrats to Dickey there. Holy cow.
Nice play. No
Honestly,
slouch from Zexyu
I was
too.
about to say that
994
too.
money.